Hey, what is going on guys? Father Gamer here and welcome back to some more Schedule 1. Today I'm going to be showing you some useful tips and tricks for the game that you may not have known about even if you are a veteran player. So what do you say we get started? So to start things off, something I've noticed a lot of players seem to miss is that you can have all of your suppliers deliver the ingredients you need to your purchased properties. In my deliveries tab you can see I have Albert Hoover, I have Shirley Watts, Fungal Phil and Salvador all able to deliver to my properties. And to unlock this is quite easy. All you need to have is a maxed out relationship with each supplier. And a reason a lot of players seem to miss this is because the moment you unlock meetups, you just have no reason to do dead drops anymore. And the problem with the meetups is they don't actually increase your relationship with the supplier, which is a little bit odd. I imagine they will change that in the future. But for now, you're just going to have to continue to do the dead drops. Don't do meetups. Just do your dead drops, pay off your debts, and eventually you will get the message from the supplier telling you that he is now willing to deliver because you're now best friends. This is going to be extremely helpful because now at your large setups you can place large orders for all of the ingredients you need without having to go fetch them yourself. So I'm just going to place a large order with Shirley here to demonstrate it. And then once it's been delivered, your workers can go to the loading bay and take it to its necessary location. I know people that have completed the game without ever knowing this. Did you know that it is possible to get into the warehouse before 6 PM and you do it by glitching through the door? Now some of you may have already been aware of this, but for those of you that don't, I'm going to show you just how it works. You can see we have in fact gained access to the warehouse. Now to do this glitch you have to put your back up against the door like so, and you can see that every time you mount the skateboard it places the camera behind the door. And if you notice with a keen eye that you'll get that little message to open. So if you tap E as you mount the skateboard, you can see that we've opened the door and gained access to the warehouse before 6 PM. So we can do whatever we like now. The next thing I want to show you is a quick and easy way to make some serious fast cash early on in the game. All you have to do is visit the Blue Balls boutique and you can see that there is some expensive items here that we can spend our money on, such as gold bars for 10,000 each, or if you don't have quite that much money you could just spend 1,000 on Old Man Jimmy's here. And this will actually work for any item in the game that you can sell. However, some of the most expensive items are in this store. So once you've purchased them, all you have to do is head on down to the pawn shop to sell them for more. Now this won't work as a way to launder money because it won't go to your online balance, it will go to your cash. But all you have to do is speak to Mick and sell him the items. Now most of the time he will offer you more and you can obviously barter with him as well. But just make sure you don't upset him too much because then you won't be able to trade with him for the rest of the day. So we're going to push this up to say 40,000 and he's going to agree. And you can see that we've now made 10k profit on those 3 gold bars. And if we sell the Old Man Jimmy's, he's going to offer us 1,100. We're going to say 1,200. He's going to agree and we've made 200 profit. Nice and easy and quick. So that was how you make money, but now I'm going to show you how to save some money. Now most players will want to get themselves a skateboard, and let's face it, nobody wants anything below the golden skateboard. But 1,500 is quite expensive for a skateboard even if it is golden, but don't worry, you can still purchase it because there is a nice little trick that you can do to get your money back. You can probably guess it involves stealing it. So once you've purchased it, all you have to do is just sort of jump and crouch and find a way to climb behind the counter here. And then you just got to pickpocket him. And if you're very skilled, then you might actually be successful without having to hurt him. So there we go, we just got our money back for the skateboard. A nice little trick to save some money in the early game. So we all know that the police can be a huge pain in the backside sometimes, and even though hiding in dumpsters works in the early game, when you get a bit further in the game that just doesn't work anymore. They will find you, and obviously you can't go inside your properties while they're chasing you, but there are a few spots that you can use which you probably shouldn't be able to, but you can, to get away from them, like this one. Basically if you can jump onto any roof that the police can't access via a ladder, and stay out of their sight, you can use it to escape the police almost every single time. So I'm just going to lay low here, and there we go. We've now lost the police and we're free to go on our travels. And we can do this with any roof that you can get on top of. Did you know you can get a high tier weapon right at the beginning of the game as soon as you leave the RV? And it's quite easy to do so. All you have to do is obtain this baseball bat, which Tyler has kindly left for us to find in the court, and then find some police officers to beat down, shall we say. And then once you've achieved that, you'll be able to pickpocket them. And most of the police officers in the game will be carrying a weapon and a magazine for you to commandeer. And just like that, we've got a very high tier weapon right at the beginning of the game, giving us a good advantage. Now this next one is probably a tip that you've all heard a million times, but it wouldn't be a tips and tricks video if I didn't include this one. When you first start in the RV, make sure you grow your plants to 100% and harvest them, and then take all of the equipment that you can possibly carry with you before you leave the RV. This is going to give you a huge starting advantage because you can use this equipment instead of buying it, or you could just sell it for the extra cash if you want to. Don't let it get blown up with the RV and go to waste. Did you know that there are 1 or 2 hidden objects around the map in Schedule 1? Like if you come down the side of Dan's hardware store here, right to the bottom, you will see there is a large spoon stacked up against this building. Now what this means, I actually have no idea. It could be a tribute to something or just a random Easter egg, I don't know, but it's there. Also, just off from the cave where you blow up the Benzi's mansion, there's a rock, and on top of that rock you will find a little gnome. Again, I have no idea what this gnome is there for, maybe you do, but now you know where it is. You may have noticed that there are wheelchairs scattered around the map in random locations in Schedule 1, but did you notice the one on the roof? People speculate that this is a tribute to Nelson, but I'm not sure if that's been officially confirmed. Did you know that some of the houses in Schedule 1 have interiors? Using the free cam to enter buildings, you can see that most of them are void and hollow of any type of interesting things to look at. Like this one here has absolutely nothing inside of it. But there are a few properties you enter, you can see there are fully made interiors which for some reason are not accessible, but they are there and they exist in a few buildings. Like look at this place, it has multiple floors. 3 floors, look at the space in this property. One can only assume that these properties were originally going to be in the game and then Tyler changed his mind, or they are planned to eventually be added in the future and he's just got them ready. But there are also a couple over here as well. I haven't checked every single one, but if we look at this one here, you can see, looking at the layout, this was probably meant to be a player purchasable property, but hopefully it'll get added in future. But now you know about them if you didn't already. Okay guys, that's going to conclude my tips and tricks video for Schedule 1. If you know of some that I haven't included in this video, feel free to list them in the comments. Make sure you like the video for me if you've enjoyed it, and of course if you haven't already, subscribe for more. I'm Father Gamer, bye for now.